I am a mom of a very impatient 3-year-old. So in the morning time, when I need to just throw some makeup on my face and I need to look more put together, this is the makeup routine that I have come up with the past couple of months that I've been sticking to and really, really liking it. It is under 10 minutes and it's under 10 makeup products. So it's nice and easy and simple for you guys, minimal tools. I feel really good in a look like this. I feel healthy and confident and pretty, not overdone or cakey or like I've got too much makeup on, if that makes sense. Again, this is the look that I make right here. Let's go back in time and show you what products I use, what techniques to make my under 10 minute, under 10 makeup products makeup look. All right, I do already have all of my skincare done for the day. So I have on the Roche-Posay Vitamin C Serum, as well as the Ole Hendrickson like peptide strength trainer moisturizer, and then the Youth to the People Youth Screen sunscreen. So that is everything on my face so far. For this look, we do go ahead and go in with this skin tint right here. This is the Erborian Korean Skin Therapy BB Cream Baby Skin Effect Makeup Care Face Cream 5-in-1. It's everything, you guys. It's got broad spectrum SPF 20 in it as well, which is nice. So I do have the shade Claire as well as the shade Dore, I believe. So Claire is the lightest shade, and then Dore, whatever it is the medium shade. I have been self-tanning. I don't know if you can tell, I still look pretty pale on camera, but I have been using my Isle of Paradise self-tanning drops after my showers the past like week or so. So I have been mixing these two together. Claire is a perfect shade for me all throughout like the winter and springtime when I'm not self-tanning. But when I am self-tanning or do get a little natural tan in the summer, I do have to end up mixing the two together. This stuff is amazing. I wear it on its own all of the time without anything else with it. I get compliments almost every single time I wear it. So I just put out a little bit of Claire on the back of my hand and then also a little bit of Dore, and we're just gonna mix these together on the back of my hand. It is kind of annoying to mix the two, but I have the two shades, so it doesn't really bother me. This stuff is like $44 or so from Ulta. I would not buy it full price if I were you. It's not that it's not worth the full price in my opinion, it's just you can get it on a sale. It's almost always on sale, either during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty or just throughout the year from Ulta. So it's amazing, and I recommend it even full price, but you don't have to pay the full price because it's almost always on sale. I just rub this in really fast and easy with my hands. Like I said, I use this all of the time, just even by itself, and wear no other makeup with it. It just gives me a little bit more confidence to have the skin tint on, just to like even out my skin tone a little bit, make me look a little bit more put together, even without anything else. And if I am using this on my own, I will go ahead and put it under my eyes and up on my eyelids. But since I am gonna use a concealer in a minute, I don't really need to do that. But it just evens out the skin, gives you a little bit of coverage without being like too much, too cakey. It has a beautiful glow on it. It kind of reduces the redness on my face. It doesn't completely get rid of it or blink it out. And you can still see like my freckles on my nose, redness around my nose and stuff. Like it doesn't completely blank you out, but I like that. It just makes you look healthy and glowy. Like I said, I get compliments on my skin all the time. I don't want to sound like, oh, I get compliments on my skin all the time, but when I wear this, I do get compliments on my skin. People telling me that my skin is pretty or it looks nice, and I always tell them I have on a skin tint, and if they ask which one, I obviously tell them, but yeah, I love this stuff. I love it so much. I wear it almost every single day. I feel a little bit more put together with just an even skin tone, because I do have some redness that I want to get rid of. So yeah, I've been using this for, oh gosh, a year and a half at this point. I love it so much. Next up, we just do a little bit of concealer, not much. I do like to put a little bit under here on my cheeks because I do have redness there. For that, I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Blur Concealer. I have the shade 3 Fair. I've been really, really enjoying this. So I put a little bit under here, a little bit on my chin, a little bit around my nose, and then on my under eyes, and I will bring that up onto my lids just to kind of blank out my lids. And for this, I go ahead and use a concealer brush. This is just one from It Cosmetics I got in PR a while ago. This is their Airbrush Angled Concealer Brush. So I just kind of rub this along down here to blend it in, help the redness on my cheeks not come through, a little bit on my chin. And what I love about this is that I don't have to use my sponge. There's nothing more annoying to me than when I sit down to do my makeup and I'm all in the groove and I'm in the mood and I'm excited to do my makeup, and then I realize I have to get up and clean my dang sponge. So I like that I don't have to use my sponge with this makeup look. that it's the end of the world. I mean, I clean my sponge all the time when I do my, you know, full face of makeup looks anyways, but it's nice just to be able to do this really quick without having to clean my sponge, you know? Which people use brushes all the time. Like, that's not anything, you know, revolutionary. I just don't really love a concealer or foundation brush, but I feel like I've been getting into them more lately. But it's nice, I can just rub that BB cream in with my hands and then use the concealer brush. This does have quite a bit of full coverage to it, this concealer. So if you wanted to go a little less makeup-y, you could use a concealer with less coverage. I forgot to put my rings back on after I rubbed in my skin tint. But I don't mind that this has a little bit of coverage just because I'm putting it in the places that I want coverage anyways, you know what I mean? Okay, that's pretty much it for the base products. Next up, I'm gonna go in with some blush. I've mainly been using this one right here from Charlotte Tilbury, the Glowgasm Beauty Light Wand High Blush in the shade Pink Gasm. I have been dabbling in the It Cosmetics serum blushes with my new Danessa Myricks like low lighters that I've been obsessed with, that I've talked about quite a few times on my channel here lately. But I've been doing this look for the past couple of months pretty consistently, and for the most part, I've been using this blush the most, so I'm going to use it today. Also, this is still a really beautiful blush. It is still one of my favorite blushes. So I just get a little bit on the back of my hand here, and we're going to just apply it like normal. I know I raved about this blush and then kind of stopped using it on my channel because the Danessa Myricks has just really taken over my life. I wear them all the time, but this still is a stunning blush. Oh yeah, oh okay, I played way too much. That's okay, we're going to blend around the edges here. Girl, blush blindness is real. I also feel like it looks more intense on camera than it does in person, but I'm sure it's intense in person too. I don't really mind that, I love blush, but. So we're just going to rub this in. Oh, it gives such a beautiful glow to your face. And yes, it does look pretty intense right now, but I am going to set it down with powder and it will calm down a little bit. If you have really dry skin, you could go ahead and stop here and not set your face down. However, when I am doing this sort of makeup look, I do go ahead and set it down with powder a little bit because I want it to last for quite a while. Like if I didn't want my makeup to last or look good for a little bit of time, I would just use the skin tint, you know what I mean? Like if I'm doing this look, if I'm taking these extra steps that I'm taking with the blush and the mascara and stuff, it's because I do want my makeup to last and like look nice for a while. So because of that, I am going to set down. For that, I'm going to be using my L'Oreal Blurfection powder. I don't set as heavily as I would if I was doing like my normal makeup routine. I'm just going to go ahead and get all of these creases out. And then I set under my eyes and on my eyelid. And then I will go ahead and set in my T-zone and on my chin. Oh, I'm getting way too much powder. Sorry, guys. And then up under my chin to keep that coverage there. I don't want that redness popping throughout the day. I don't mind if redness is up here where the cheekies are, where the blush is. But I don't want it like on my lower cheeks. And then I will go ahead and take some on my forehead, on my eyebrows. That's kind of it. I won't set my cheeks or anything. I like that glowiness that the blush gives me from it. I do usually run a little bit of a brow product through my brows. Even though I do feel like I have pretty thick brows naturally, I like to enhance them a little bit and I like to keep them more in place. I am gonna go ahead and use my e.l.f. Wow Brow for that. I love the Maybelline brow glue, I believe is what it's called. I love that stuff. And I use that quite often too, but for a look like this, I don't need my brows like usually plastered in place. And also I want to use up the Wow Brow because I love the Maybelline one so much. I really don't reach for this very often and I don't want it to like go bad, you know what I mean? And it's still a great brow product. It just doesn't really like hold your brows in place. But for a look like this or, you know, a day that I'm making a look like this, that's usually fine. I don't really need them held in place all day long. I'm gonna go back with my brush, no extra product, but just kind of bring a little bit of that blush back and that glow back to my face. Yeah, there we go. It looks more intense on camera. Whatever. I love blush, so it's fine. And then I do go ahead and just pop on some mascara. You guys know the Clio Kill Lash is the only mascara that I use. We're just gonna curl these lashes. And I usually just do like one light layer on my upper lashes and then leave my lower ones bare, just to have a tiny bit more natural of a look. I mean, obviously, People can tell I have mascara on, which is fine. I don't mind that. It's not like I'm trying to look like I don't have mascara on, but that way I feel like it does look a little bit more natural when I don't put any on my bottom lashes. Same thing on this eye. Okay, I guess I have lips after this, but last but not least, I do put on a setting spray, again, just to lock it all in, make sure my makeup lasts all day long when I'm wearing this sort of look. And the one I've been obsessed with lately is from Danessa Myricks, her Yummy Skin Liquid Blurring Balm Mattifying Setting Spray. This just kind of freezes my makeup in place. It helps the oils not come through like on my T-zone where I get oily, but it makes my makeup last all day long and just helps everything just look good the whole entire day. I like to use this over a more like glowy-ish setting spray, like my Charlotte Tilbury one, only because that BB cream already has some glow to it, and obviously the cheeks are glowy from the Charlotte Tilbury, and I didn't set as heavily with the powder as I maybe normally would on a normal makeup day. So with all of those things combined, I tend to have a little bit more, I don't want to say oily, but dewy of a face with this makeup look. So that setting spray really helps just lock it in. And then last but not least, I put on usually some sort of like lip tint. Sometimes I wear like a lip liner with this and a lip gloss, but most of the time I just put on a lip product that has a little bit of color to it. The one I've been loving lately is from Rare Beauty. This is their Lip Butter Balm in the shade Loved. I have a darker shade of this too that I really enjoy. I also have a like SPF lip gloss. What brand is it from? I can't remember what brand it's from, but I will pop up a picture. I use that if I'm like going to the park with Ivy and I know that I really need some protection on my lips, and it also gives a really pretty tint to the lips as well. So again, I'll pop up a picture, but I just think this looks so pretty and put together, and it's really comfortable on the lips. So that was it, you guys. That was my like less than 10 minutes, less than 10 products makeup look for you guys. Just something that helps me feel more put together, feel more confident in whatever plans I have, whether that be like going to a doctor's appointment or running errands, or, I mean, I'm not saying I wear this all the time. I mean, there are many, many, many days that I do not wear any makeup, or I just wear the skin tint and maybe like a colored lip gloss or whatever. But for those days when I just want a little extra something, this is the makeup look that I am making. Sometimes if I want to, I'll add a little bit of bronzer like around the perimeter of my face and in my crease on my eyes to just make them pop a little bit more. But I feel like I don't need it. It's so funny. I used to just think bronzer was like the best thing ever, and I could never imagine doing my makeup without putting bronzer on. But honestly, blush to me is way more important these days than bronzer is. Which, like, if you would have asked me that like 5 years ago, I would have been like, absolutely not. What are you talking about? Bronzer is way more important. But I definitely think blush is more important to like liven up your face, bring some color. And I just feel really like put together and pretty in this look. And like I said, confident that I can just take on whatever the day comes. You know what I mean? So let me know down below. Do you like this look? Do you think it's pretty? What's your like go-to makeup products for your like 10-minute makeup look where you're just in a rush, need to look good, need to look put together and feel confident? I love hearing from you guys down below in the comments. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. You're awesome and I love you. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not yet. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys.